Mama. Hi guys, hope you're okay. Um, Sorry, there was something wrong. I couldn't start the session, so let's go. If any of you have a question, you can just raise a hand, okay? And I will be with you, okay? I hope you could understand from the recorded session. If you have any question, just okay. So we're gonna start with normal division, which I'm gonna make a what here. I'll make a times here and an equal here, and I ask myself, what times 8 gives me 16? Okay, so is it 1 times 8? No. Is it 2 times 8? Yes. So my answer is gonna be okay. We can do this by turn if you'd like. Okay, so please, nobody talks unless it's your turn. Okay. Okay, so I can start with okay, with Sadil. Sadil. Number 2. What times 9 is gonna give me a 63? Sadil, are you with me? Okay. It's not here. Let's. Sadil, can you hear me?
6, 7. I know. I know that. اسمع
Okay, guys, maybe I'll
اللي يا ابني دول
تشرح
هنا ما بتشرحش بتحل الهوم ورك بتاع المره اللي فاتت انت ما حلتوش امسك
7. Miss, I know the answer.
يلا
Type. Okay, guys, maybe I'll just do it. Okay, what about what times 9 gives me 63? Okay, 1 second. So I'll do just like that. Okay, I'll make the signs here and the equal here. 1 second, please. Okay, so my answer is gonna be, it's very easy. I know timetable 9. So my answer is gonna be a 7. Let's do number 3. What times 3 gives me 18? If I know the timetable, I will count inside my hand, the inside of my fingers, as I told you. Okay, and it's gonna be a 6. What about here? What time is 6 gives me a 54? Gonna be a 9. About number 5. What times 5 gives me 35? Okay, I count 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 35. So it is 7. What times 6 gives me 36? I know by my song. 6 times 6 equals 36. Okay. I don't know, Yanada Islam, what are you doing in the chat? But it's year 4, so I'll just continue. Okay. Number 7. There's something wrong in the application itself. I don't know. What times 4 gives me 20? I have a 5. And then number 8. What times 9 gives me 72? It's 8. So I hope you now understand that when I'm answering the division, it's the opposite way of the multiplication. And I say, what times 3 gives me 15? When I count the inside of my fingers, it's gonna be a 5. And number 10, what times 8 gives me 64? Then 8. Okay. Here, for each of these division questions, use 2 multiplication facts to help you find the answer. And he wants me to answer this division, which is 96 divided by 6, but not using division. He wants me to use multiplication. Okay? So as I told you, I should always start with a 10. It's very easy. Makes everything easy for me. I say 10 times 6, it's gonna give me a what? A 60. Do I want the answer to be a 60? No, I want the answer to be a 96. So what's the difference between 96 and 60? So after 60, 70, 80, 90. Like that I have a 30. Okay, and then the remaining 6, so it's gonna be a 36. So what times 6 is gonna give me a 36? Lay 36 because 60 and 36 is a 96. For my answer to be right, لازم the 2 numbers here to be, when I add them, to be 96. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. So if there's anything times 6 gives me 36, yes, I know my timetable. I know it's a 6. So my answer now is what? This is my answer. The 10 and 6, which is 16. Someone raising their hand. Okay, let's see number 2. He wants me to use the multiplication to answer this division. So I will say, what times 4? I always start with the 10 because it makes everything easy. 10 times 4 is gonna give me a 40. Now, is my answer 40? No, I want my answer to be a what? To be a 68. So what's the difference between 40 and 68? Let's count. After 40, 50, 60. Like this I have 20. And then there's an 8. So I have a 28. So right here 28. طب am I right كده? Let us see. 0 plus 8, 8. 4 plus 2, 6. Right. So let's answer. What times 4 gives me 28? It is 7. So my final answer like that is gonna be the 10 and the 7, which is 17. Okay, let's try this one. Also division using multiplication. I will always start with a 10. Makes everything easier. 10 times 3 is 30. Am I looking for a 30 or a 51? I'm looking for 51. So it difference between them after 30, 40, 50. Like that, I have 20 with me. And the remaining one, so I have a 21. Am I right? Let's check. 0 plus 1, 1. 3 plus 2, 5. Yes, I'm right. So let's answer the question. What times 3 equals 21? I will count the inside of my fingers and I will find that it is 7 times 3. So my answer here is the 10 and the 7. So it's gonna be a 17. Number 4, as we always do, we start with a 10. 10 times 7, 70. Do I want a 70? No, I want a 91. So after 70, 80, 90. Like this, I have a 20. Okay? And there's a remaining one because it's 91. So let's check if I'm right. 0 plus 1 is 1. 7 plus 2 is 9. So I'm right. Now I answer the question. What times 7 gives me 21? It is 3. So my answer is 10 and 3, which is 30. Okay, I hope you got it, guys. It's just a way to make you understand division. That division can be done using multiplication. Okay? Now we're saying, explain how do you find the answer of these division questions. How many fourths in 84? What does this mean? He wants me to divide the 84 into groups of 4, which means 84 divided by 4. So just 84. I don't have a division sign, so I'll just write divided. Okay, it's the same. I can answer it the in the way that we did in the last question. So let's start. For example, I will start always with a 10. خلاص فهعمل اهو 10 times 4, which is 40. Okay, do I want my answer to be 40? No, I want my answer to be 84. So what's the difference between 40 and 84? Let's count. After 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. But I have a 40 with me, right? And then it's 84. But I have another 4, so I have a 44. If I want something times 4, that would give me 44. Something times 4 equals 44. It's very easy. It is 11. 11 times 4 is gonna give me a 44. Now, my answer is the 10 and the 11. So 10 and 11 equals what? Equals 21. My answer here is a 21. Okay, let's see how many 2's in a 30. And if I divide this 30 into 2's, groups of 2, it means 30 divided by 2. Number 3 up. I guess didn't I do it? Let me do number 2 and I'll go back to D. Okay, 30 divided by 2. So I will start with 10 because it's easy. 10 times 2 is gonna give me a 20. I don't want it a 20. I want it to be a 30. What times 2 equals 10? Because the 20 and the 10 gives me a 30. What times 2 gives me 10? It's a 5. Am I right like that? Yes, I'm right. Why? Because 10 and 20 is a 30. يبقى my answer is gonna be 10 and 5, which means 10 plus 5 gives me a 15. Okay. I will go back to number D because someone is asking about number D. Which number D? I already, there is no number D. Number D up. There's no number D. I need A, B, and C. Okay. Here he wants me to work out this division. What, 50 or 15? طب which question? Okay, I can hear you now, yeah, Ziad. Which one you want to ask me about, Habib?
Question number D, it's 50 or 15?
D? I can't find a D.
D down, D down.
After this one? Is it after
Yes.
this one? طب, I didn't start answering now. Where number D?
D in the up,
There is-
miss, up, open.
Which
After
page?
we started
Which page, ya Habib?
this,
This page?
yes,
Which 3 or 4?
no down, miss. Question number C,
Okay, C, okay. Number 1?
2,
2? Here it's 15. It is 15. You want me to answer it for you again? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I start again with a 10. So 10 times 3, it's gonna give me a 30, right? And then
Right.
I say the difference between sorry, he wants it to be in 2. Okay, 10 times 2 is gonna give me a 20.
20.
Now the difference between 20 and 30 is how many?
10.
10. So I want something times 2 that would give me a
5.
10.
5.
So it's a 5.
5.
Yes, so now I know that my answer is the 10 and the 5, which
5.
is equals to 15.
15.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 4. Number 4. This one is Adil. Sadil, I can hear you. You want this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I always start with a 10 because it makes everything easier. Okay, so I will write here 10. 10 times 7 is gonna give me a what?
70.
70. You're the one who's asking about this, right? Okay, and then the difference between 70 and 91. Let's count after 70, 80, 90. Like this, I have 20 on my fingers. A 10 and a 10, it's a 20. And it's 91, so I have a 21. صح ولا غلط? Yes, صح, because 0 plus 1, 1. 7 plus 2, 9. And I ask myself, what times 7 gives me 21? It's a 3.
3.
Yes. 3 times 7 gives me a 21. So my answer is a 10 and a 3, which is 13.
13.
Okay. Okay, back to what we were doing. We are here saying work out these divisions. Okay, so I'm gonna divide. Okay, I can divide either the way I taught you. Okay, اللي هي by multiplying, or you can make it like a long division. Okay, but here it's normal. I can, because there's no remainders, so I can do it using the division. It's gonna be very easy. Okay, let's try. Inside I'm gonna write my 65, and here I will write outside the 5, and don't forget to make a times here. Okay, and an equal here, and I divide, I multiply, and then I minus, and then number goes down. Okay, let's multiply. What times 5 gives me 6? If I know timetable 5, nothing. Type in number just before the 6. Yes, it's 5, because 1 times 5 gives me 5. So here I will write the 1, and I start. Okay, 1 times 5, and I write the equal here. It's gonna be a 5. Like this, I multiplied and I wrote my answer. Next step is to make a minus. 6 minus 5, it's gonna be a 1. Like this, I minus and I wrote my answer. So now it's time for the third step, which is number go down. Okay, the 5 will go down. I start like this. I finished my 3 steps, which is multiplying, minusing, and number go down. Let's start again from up here. I say, what times 5 gives me 15? It's very easy. I say 5, 10, 15. So it is a 3. I write it up and I start multiplying. 3 times 5, and I write my answer here. طبعا you don't have to make these circles I'm making. I'm just making you understand, okay? So 3 times 5 is gonna be a 15. Like this, I multiplied and I wrote my answer. Because some of you multiply and they don't write the answer. So I must multiply and write the answer. I must minus and write the answer. Okay, second step is to minus. 15 minus 15 is a 0, 0, and a happy face. Okay, so my answer for this is gonna be the number up, which is 13. Let's try number 2. Okay, inside it's gonna be 78, and outside it's gonna be a 6. Okay, start. Don't forget to write your times here and your equal here, and start. What times 6 gives me a 7? Nothing. Okay, so type a number before it it's a 6 because I know 1 times 6 gives me 6. So my first answer is gonna be a 1. And I say 1 times 6 and I write my answer here. Okay. يبقى I multiply and I write my answer. My next step is to minus. 7 minus 6 is 1. Very easy. After 6 steps. Okay, either like this I minus and I wrote my answer. Now it's time for the third step, which is number go down. The 8 will go down. Like this I finished my 3 steps. Now it's time to start again. What times 6 gives me 18? I know it's gonna be a 3. 3 times 6 and I write my answer. Okay. Like this I multiplied. Oh, 3 times 6 and I wrote my answer here. Now it is time to make a minus. 18 minus 18, 0. So like that I finished. Okay. Is someone asking? Okay. I can't see a message. Wait. There's something wrong in the application definitely today. Okay. Okay, yes, it is. Who's asking? Okay, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, Yazid.
Miss, I cannot understand the way.
Okay, okay, type listen to 3 and 4. Okay,
Okay.
listen to 3. Did you hear my video?
No,
Yazid, did you hear my video?
no.
Ayma, definitely you're not gonna understand because I explained it in it. Okay, you have to listen to it so that you can understand the habib. Listen and then you will know
Okay.
what to do. Okay, here in number 3 طيب أنا مش عايزة أعملها long division. I can do it in any other way. Let's see. I can do it in the way I taught you. I will start with 10 times 4. It's gonna give me a 40, right? And then what times 4? What's left after 40? 50, 60, 70. But I have a 30 with me. 30 and 2 is 32. What times 4 gives me a 32? It's an 8. So now I know that my answer is 10 and 8. يبقى my answer is what? 18. Okay. You can you use long division only if he asked you. Okay. يبقى if he asked you divide the following using long division, يبقى you make the way that we made in 1 and 2. If he didn't, you can just do it this way if you prefer. You do it the way that you like. Let's do 96 this way. It's 10 times 8 gives me 80. The difference between 80 and 96 is 16. Okay. So what times 8 gives me 16. It is a 2. So my answer is the 10 and 2, which is 12. Okay. If you do it using the long division, you will get the same answer. Here, he wants it by long division. Listen, yes, yet, so you can understand. The first thing I want to do is to write here a times and here an equal. Okay. And I start from up. I say, what times 7 gives me a 9? Nothing. أشوف number أصغر من 9. 8 برضو not an answer in timetable 7. Like 7, yes, 7 is an answer in timetable 7. What times 7 is gonna be a 7? It's 1. I wrote the answer and I must multiply. يبقى I multiply and write my answer. This is the first question, the first step. But 1 times 7 is gonna give me a 7. Okay? And then my next step is to minus. After 7, 8, 9. So my answer is gonna be a 2. Like this I minused and I wrote my answer. Now it's time for the number to go down. The third step is for the number to go down. It's a 6. Now, what times 7 gives me 26? Nothing. Okay, 25, no. 24, no. 23, no. 22, no. 21, yes, there's something times 7 that would give me a 21. What is it? It's the 3. 3 times 7 gives me a 21. But like this, I multiply and I write my answer. And my answer, now let's make the minus. From 21 to 26, it's a 5. Now, can I continue dividing, or I will have a remainder as 5? I will have a remainder as 5. ليه? Because the 5 is smaller than the 7. Okay, 5 is smaller than 7. So 5 is gonna be a remainder. يبقى my answer is a 13 remainder 5. Let's do this one. I start from here, write a times, and here write an equal. And I say, اللي مش عارف يحلها كده لازم يكتب بره التايم تيبل. 1 times 8 gives me an 8. 2 times 8 gives me 16. 3 times 8 gives me 24, for example. And let's start. So what times 8 gives me a 9? هبص على answers. 8, 16, 24. مفيش. طب ايه اللي أصغر من 9 على طول? What's smaller than the 9? It's the 8. يبقى I'm talking about 1 times 8. يبقى here I will write 1. Then I must write the answer of the multiplication. 1 times 8, I must write the answer of the multiplication here. I multiplied, wrote my answer. The next step is to make a minus. 9 minus 8, it's gonna give me a 1. يبقى أنا كده خلصت the second step, which is minusing and writing my answer. Now it is time for the third step, which is number go down. I will make the 2 go down. What times 8 gives me 12? يلا نبص في الانسرز اللي عندي. مفيش 12. طب ايه النمبر اللي اصغر على طول منها؟ number smaller than the 12. It's the 8. الانسرز بتاعت time table 8 اهي. look here، دي الانسرز اللي انا بختار منها. في 12 no. I always look for the smaller number. It's an 8. يبقى هقول إيه 1 times 8 gives me an 8. So I will write another 1 here. 1 times 8 and I write my answer. It's very important to write the answer of your multiplication. Now it's time for the second step, which is the minus. After 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a 4. Is a 4 a remainder? Or I can continue. 4 is remainder. ليه? Because this 4 is smaller than the 8 I'm dividing with. If it is smaller, I put it in a circle and I write beside it a remainder. Okay? Okay. Someone raised their hand. Okay. Okay. Is it you, Yes, Adil?
No.
No, not you. Okay. Who is Galaxy? Named Galaxy.
Me.
Amr?
No.
Who is it? I don't know who you are.
Mariam Ahmed.
Okay, Marim, حبيبتي. What do you want to ask about?
I want to answer the next one.
You want to answer this one? Okay, tell me. Number I will make it times
Right.
here and an equal here.
An equal here.
Yes, excellent girl. I say what times 6 gives me an 8.
6 what equals 8.
I'm waiting for your answer. Mariuma.
Yes.
So I will write what up?
1.
Yes, excellent. 1 times 6 will give me a 6.
6.
Like this, I multiplied and I wrote my answer. Now, I must, what's the next step? Minus, excellent. Minus. What's the answer? 8 minus 6 will be?
2.
Yes, 2. Like this, I finished the minus and writing my answer. The next step is to do, a third step is to do what?
Number go down.
Excellent, girl.
Number go down.
Excellent. The number will go down. Now, I start again. What times 6 gives me a 20? Nothing, but I will look for numbers smaller.
Numbers.
A smaller number. So I say it's gonna be a what? Let's see. I know that 1 times 6 gives me 6.
6.
2 times 6 gives me 12. 3 times 6 gives me 18. And 4
18.
times 6 gives me 25. Now I want something equals 20. Nothing equals 20, right? In the answers here, there's
Yes.
nothing equal 20. So what's smaller than 20? Just number smaller than 20.
18.
18. يبقى this will be my answer. It is 3 times 6. So I will write the 3 up and I say 3 times 6 and I write the answer down, which is 18.
18.
Yes, now it's time to make a minus.
Minus.
After 18, 19, 20.
19, 20.
So my answer
Two.
is gonna be a 2. Is this 2 a remainder?